So far we've been talking about accumulation and lifetime income rider, but this is almost like a case study. Okay. So income from annuity contracts. That's our agent training topic for today. What is a retirement income? The money that you rely on after retirement when you stop receiving regular paychecks. So in my mental picture, I have this equation. Retirement equals unemployment without intention of going back to work or ability to going back to work. Okay, so you need a consistent income. So can come from various sources like such as a Social Security. So Social Security is one of the biggest factor when it comes to retirement income management. So when I'm doing consulting with my client, that's the first step that I take. I have them sign up for SSA.gov and actually look at how much SSA income they should be expecting, because it shows that information. And pension, if you have any, I don't think new people do not have pensions. New workers do not have pensions, and those people who've been self-employed throughout their lives, there is no pension unless they have a defined benefit plans. So investment, savings, and or annuities. So we're going to talk about annuities, okay? So there are a few sources. The money that can come from annuity is a lifetime income rider. That's the easiest one. You from your annuity contract that has a lifetime income rider, you get money out. This is the easiest and simplest. A lot of times it has a guaranteed income too. Next one is a partial withdrawals. So it might not, all your annuity might not have income rider, but you do have a free withdrawal option, or you can take out more than free amount. Normally the free amount is about 10%, 5 or 10%. I mean, if you opt to, you can take out more than the free withdrawal amount. You just have to pay surrender charge on it if it is within surrender term. If it's out of surrender term, there's no fee. Okay. And the last one is annuitizing your current annuities and or immediate annuity. They're the same. It's just that difference is annuitizing is referring to deferred annuity, whereas an immediate annuity is annuitizing as soon as you get the contract. Okay, but their concept is the same. So I'm going to talk about these three options. Okay. So to level the ground, I have the sample client. He is age 60, male. His initial contribution is 100,000, and he starts income at age 65, except immediate annuity. Okay, immediate annuity, you have to take it right away. Okay, you'll see that in my case design. I think SM Pro 10 bonus has one of the best lifetime income rider. So that's the first one that I'm gonna dissect. This product has an income rider charge of 1% per year of your total asset, and roll-up rates is 10% simple interest. So it is guaranteed 10% roll-up every single year for up to 20 years, or up to the point you trigger your income. It is not compounded interest. It is a simple interest. It also has a premium bonus of 10%. So if you have a annuity contract that is still within surrender term, you can put that in. Okay, you can move in as long as their 10% it will cover the surrender charges. Okay, income-based bonus is a 20%. So if you put $100,000 in, as soon as you put in 120, And at the end of the first year, you got $10,000 in the roll up, so you got 130,000 income base first year. Okay, and every year you got $10,000 add on since it is a simple interest. Okay, so this is one of the easiest to calculate, and since the income base is in a way guaranteed, your minimum income is also guaranteed. All right. Here's an illustration. I'm putting 10 years, surrender term, $100,000, and I'm diversifying portfolio to all over the index, 10% each, except S&P. So all the dynamic, I put 10% on all of them. Okay, crediting option is a 10% per year, simple interest, and income benefit option is an equity index, which I'll show you. And the lifetime income withdrawal type is a single. You can have a joint annuitant if you want to, meaning husband and wife or somebody else. But in that case, your income amount, payment amount will be lower, but it'll cover until both of them die, not just one. Okay, so I said maximum lifetime income starts at age 65. All right. So I start out the illustration. Very first page shows something that you have to understand. This one shows at age 65, your income is 10,115 per year. Yeah, at 65, you put $100,000 in. This one shows your income is 10,115 if you wait 5 years and start withdrawing income. As you can see, 100,000 is 120, 130, 140, 150, and 160, and so on and so forth. And you start income at 170, say 170,000 times the payoff factor is a 5.95. You got 10,115. This is guaranteed. But this one is level. It's a level. If client chooses level income option, meaning the income amount will never change once you start. If you wait 1 year, it'll be, instead of 10,115, it'll be 10,980. If you started 1 year earlier, 9,360. So you do not specify when you're going to start the income rider. So, but this one shows, in a way, this is a guarantee amount because it's a level. But keep that in mind, I did a case design with the equity index, meaning that it'll start out at lower amount, but it has a potential to grow, which will be shown on the next page. So this is a guarantee rate. So interest rate is a 0% all the way. Okay, 0% all the way. Worst case scenario, your index is gaining no interest whatsoever. So your income starts at 7,990 and stays the same, even though I made it increase because there's no index increase. Okay, chance of this happening is almost none. But we cannot say none because what this means is that your choice of your index option is gaining no interest whatsoever throughout entire lifespan. Okay. However, even with that, you will see the amount growing bigger right here, 8,070. That's because that's when the minimum guarantee interest rate kicks in. The minimum guarantee interest rate is what the insurance company have registered with the Department of Insurance. So you'll see that money growing a little bit bigger because of the minimum guarantee interest rate.
The minimum guarantee is determined by the COD.
No, it's not determined. It is determined by insurance company, but they did register with the insurance company has registered with the Department of Insurance. Okay. Now your account value is 0, but you're still getting lifetime income. That's the beauty of lifetime income rider. Okay. That's a worst case scenario. But let's look at the last 10 years. It starts at the same amount because the income base is the same. If you think about it, income base is increasing at the 10% with a 20% bonus. So if you think about it, the income base is same regardless of your index interest, right? Unless your income base, your account value is higher. Chance of that that happening is very low. Now you start at the same amount, 7,990. After receiving this income, you got 21% index crediting. So your income will be adjusted to 9,843. And your index at that point went up 3.57. So next year you got 10,021. So your income has potential of growing bigger and bigger. Okay, let's look at the worst case scenario here. Okay. I guess you're looking at previous year. So let's look at this one. Okay. You got $24,000. Interest rate is at 0%. Oh, it's still increased. I don't know why. I think it's a minimum guarantee interest rate kicks in. Anyhow, what this is saying is that you have income potential that is growing every single year. Now, once it goes up to, let's say this amount, 10,781, from that point on, your income will be never less than $10,781. So this one, you'll see that your level income starts at higher amount, and it is guaranteed for the rest of your life. But if you do the increasing option, your initial income amount will be smaller, but it has potential of growing bigger.
So at some point, it will.
Yeah, it'll be some point. Hopefully, if you live long enough, so that your income will be higher than level income. If you die early, sorry, but then again, you do have the remaining balance coming out as a death benefit. Okay, so that's lifetime income rider for you, and this is guaranteed, right? And these are the interest rate. I think I have shown this about 2 or 3 times already. So that's lifetime income rider. So if your client is into guarantees and they don't care, I cannot say they don't care, but their focus is more on income than the growth, probably income rider product is what you should recommend your client. Here's a different income product, strategy plus 10. And you opt in with the lifetime income riders. And this particular one, I have designed it with fixed 9%. That's compounded interest, not simple interest. Okay. So there's this income roll-up goes for 10 years, and the charge is 1.1%, a little bit higher than the I think SM Pro, but it has its own purpose, right? It serves its own purpose.
Charges is 1.1 per year.
Yeah.
But per accumulation base.
Yeah, it's just 1.1 is deducted from your accumulated value.
Oh, okay. So same as the
same as that. Okay. Yeah, same as SM Pro. Because if it's the purpose, if the money is being taken out from income base. Okay. Now this particular one, this is, I showed you this, how to run the illustration. So I diversify index options into this different portfolio. And here's the illustration. All right, so let me point out a few things here. So very first one is this is a guaranteed assumption. What does guaranteed assumption means? 0%. All your index is doing 0 all the way till the end. Chance of that happening, very slim. The reason why I said that is even if that's the case, you can always go move your money to fixed accounts, right? So even if this worst case scenario, your income at age 65, at the end of the age 65, beginning of age 66, is a $7,693. And this amount doesn't change until you die, even if there is no annuity value. This is guaranteed. Okay. Now, let's look at the current assumption. Okay, current assumption, what you'll see is that there is a little bit of interest gain right here, right? Your account value is gaining interest. Now your lifetime income amount, however, doesn't change because your income base grows at 9% compound interest every single year. So your guarantee, either minimum or maximum interest rate, doesn't matter. Your income amount is the same. It's a guaranteed lifetime income rider. The thing about this one is that as of right now, they don't have increasing income option. Okay, but I like this one to show them, hey, here's a guarantee amount. Okay. And here's a lifetime income at different age. If you use the index options and things like that, okay. Here's their interest rate on BNPP, one of their dynamic allocations. And here's the interest rate, historical interest rate and S&P mark 5%. I'm not really digging into this particular slide because we talked about it already many times. Now, the next one is a partial withdrawals. Partial withdrawals from growth focus index annuity product like Performance Elite. So if you look at the same thing, age 60, 100,000. Now this particular one, I want you to pay attention to this particular thing. I'm using 7-year product for this particular illustration. I've been showing you 10 years because 10-year has a higher bonus and things, but I want you to know about 7-year product. I think 7-year product is a much more superior product than 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, you'll soon see why. Even though it has less bonus, its participation is higher.
Oh, really?
And the
That's
growth,
unusual.
if you're really focusing on growth, yeah. See, yeah, here's the balance option that I like using on the strategy, preset strategy options. So here, since it does not have lifetime income rider, you need to use the withdrawals. So what I done is that on the scheduled withdrawals, I put down $12,000 a year. Okay. And it'll increase 3% every year, starting at age 65. I mean, you can put 0, but I wanted to show my client that the increase of income. Because of the inflation, I thought 3% would be a good number. So you start taking out 12,000 and your income next year will be 12,000 times 3%. And year after that, the previous amount times 3% increase. So it'll keep up with inflation. Okay. So this is the illustration. Now this is elite 10. As you can see, you're 100,000 after 10 years of 271,000. In last 10 years, the highest 10 years of 497,000. Lowest 10 years of 255,000, and their corresponding interest rate is 8.7, 15.47, 8.02. Now, what I'm doing is that I'm showing that against performance elite 7 with much less bonus. Look at this. This one was, come on. Whoa, what's that noise? See, this one was 8.7. This one is a 12.75. This one is a 15. This one is a 20. And this one is 10.99, 8.02. So your income, I mean, not your income, your account value is higher with a performance elite.
More visual.
Yeah. So if you do not have need for bonus, your need for the bonus is a very low. This one gives since it's a performance elite 7, you still get I believe 7% bonus. But your cap and par rate is much better with this product. And client can walk away after 7 years without surrender charges, whereas the other one is you have to wait 10 years. I like this one more. Okay. So with that, now you see why I'm using 7 years instead of 10 years. So this one, your income is limited to your account value. So if your account value is not there, you will not be able to take money out because that'll just lapse the policy altogether. So as you can see, this is a worst case scenario. So you start out with a 12,000, but that limits amount your account value has dropped so much. So what they're doing is that they're just taking out surrender charge free money after 7 years over. They're trying to increase it with 3%, but it doesn't really keep up. Once again, this is a worst case scenario, 0%.
So this is good.
This is a guarantee. Guarantee means worst case scenario. Guarantee means maximum cost, lowest interest. Lowest interest at this point is at 0%. This is a historical 10 years. You start at 12,000. Next year, 3% up, 12,360, 12,731, 13,011.3, so on and so forth. This is a cumulative amount. So at the age of 85, at that point, your annual income will be 21,673 because it was been compounding with 3%. Total amount that you have drawn is 344,000 cumulative, right? You put $100,000 in, your accumulated value is a 1.02 million still. Okay, is this guaranteed? No, it is not guaranteed. So if your client is on this growth focus product, it does not mean that they can take out the withdrawal. They can take out the withdrawals. It's just that unlike income product, there is no guarantee, but there is a growth potential. That's the trade-off. Okay. The last one is an immediate annuity. It's immediate annuity and annuitizing deferred annuity is the same thing. It's just the timing is an issue. So what I done on this one is I'm showing you a single premium immediate annuity with the life with a period certain, and the minimum annuitizing is 10 years. They'll give you a minimum of a 10-year of payment, regardless of whether you're alive or dead. They'll pay you 10 years. If you're dead, it'll be paid out to the beneficiary. After 10 years, if you're not here, the payment stops. But if you're still living, They'll pay the same amount until when? Until you die. Okay, that's the idea of annuitizing. The trade-off of this is that you do not get to keep the account value. So your account value isn't there. Okay. So instead of 100,000, I'm showing 150,000. I'm hoping that within 5 years, your $100,000 has grown to be $150,000. Your monthly income will be $896. That's a $900, little shy of 12,000 a year.
But you cannot do anything.
Yeah, it is something that you're getting every year, and the minimum that you're going to get is a 10 years. Now, here's something that I want you to understand about annuitizing or immediate annuity. Non-taxable amount is a $597,907. Because what this is calculating out of $150,000, we're assuming that 150,000 is after tax money. Out of 150,000, you got $597,075 coming up. So it is not taxable. The taxable amount is a remainder of $298.42. This is income taxable. So your income tax will be a lot less because your total income is 896, but doesn't mean that your taxable income is an 896. Unlike lifetime income rider or withdrawals. Lifetime income riders and withdrawal, it is LIFO. Last in, first out. Last thing added onto your policy according to IRS is your interest credit. So which means it is taxable. But if you do immediate annuity or annuitizing, there is going to be an exclusion ratio. It shows an exclusion ratio of 66.7%. That means that out of your income, 66.7% is not taxable. If it is a qualified plan, your exclusion ratio will be 0 because it doesn't matter. But if you're dealing with a non-qualified, meaning your contribution is after tax money, you do not have to worry about paying tax on the contribution.
What if you created this with a Roth IRA?
Roth IRA,
No.
no tax. Yeah, no tax. Because after 5 years, no tax. All right. That ends the training for today. I thought I'll go a little slower today. I'm hoping that this was a little slower pace than before. I'm just showing you different way to get the money from annuity. Once again, let me summarize. One option is lifetime income rider. The other one is partial withdrawals. And then lastly, you got annuitizing or immediate annuity. Okay? Any question?
I have a question. Just want to confirm, make sure that isn't Pro 10, you don't need to wait until 10 years to start income.
Which one?
Isn't Pro 10.
SM Pro 10, you don't have to wait 10 years. Unlike
Okay.
Agility. Agility
Oh, like Agility.
7 and
Okay.
Agility 10, you have to wait 7 or 10 years. But you can still do partial withdrawal if you want to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But lifetime income, you have to wait.
Okay.
Okay.
So SM Pro 10 or 7 will be better than Agility 10?
In a way it is.
You know,
In a way it
because
is.
of the
Yeah.
waiting time?
And the thing is, the difference between agility, the reason why I didn't put the agility is because we haven't talked about agility. If you put agility in, the income base is not guaranteed.
Right.
Income base is index crediting times 170%. So your income is not guaranteed. Income base is not guaranteed. Whereas SM Pro, your income base is guaranteed. Okay, there's a pros and cons.
Mm.
I have a question.
Yes.
About the Roth IRA, it said after 5 years, no tax when we withdraw.
Mhm.
But that 5 years is about the product
No, it
purchased.
is the initial Roth IRA. So
Also,
you
doesn't
open
matter
up a
what
Roth
kind of.
IRA with a financial institution A. 10 years ago. You open up another Roth IRA with a financial institution B. But since you had it for more than 10 years from the first Roth IRA, you still get tax-free on from the financial institution B. As
Okay.
if you're older than 55. I think it is a 55,
59.
59 and a half. So
Yeah.
two conditions, older than 59 and a half, and your contribution to Roth IRA has been more than 5 years. But
Okay.
it doesn't go by the product.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now, a lot of people are interested and they think that they need to have a Roth IRA. That is why next week I'm going to talk about tax diversification. And you'll see why I don't really push Roth IRA unless you are really, really rich. There is a way that you do not have to pay tax from traditional IRA also. Just give you a little glimpse. If your traditional IRA distribution is below your standard deduction, then you don't have to pay tax. So next week, I'm going to talk about tax diversification. I mean, the different tax strategies and tax diversification. And I'm going to talk about smart way to utilize your taxable product or non-taxable product. That's coming up next.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question. I'm going away from today's topic. Getting money, I mean, the income from the qualified plan like IRA or 401k, and there's a RMD age. That differs from when you're born.
It's different from the way when you're born.
Yeah,
So some people are younger, I mean, some people are older, but I think right now that rule has passed long ago, so most people is a 73.
yeah. So the secure 2.0, it says 75 for younger generation.
Yeah, younger generation.
So that is true still.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, because my
I mean, by the time they reach 75, I think the rule's gonna change.
yeah. That's what I said.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Bianca, are you sleeping? Was it too much information?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, Bianca, good to see you
Thank you
back.
so much.
All right,
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Come to the office if you can.
Yeah, Kei-san, please do.
Hi. Yeah, we'll try.
All
Maybe
right.
May or sometime
Okay.
in May.
Every week.
Good night.
No
Good
way.
night. I'm so used to say good night to every one of you. Okay.
Good. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.